Inside the locker room.
A very good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us this morning as we get into sports inside the locker room with a wonderful looking Tega this morning. Welcome, Tega. Tega to the locker room. Tega Supreme is what she's called on Twitter.
Good morning, Lagos.
Good morning, Tega.
Why are you trying to psych me? The New
I'm
Year.
trying to psych you, it's a new year. It's a year.
No, you can't be flattering people in the New Year. It's
year,
called deceit.
It's the year of the sparkles.
Thank you.
Alright, Tega is going to be sprinkling a lot of sparkles on stories this morning, especially touching on tennis, especially the battle between Roger Federer and Serena Williams, which we're excited to hear about. Well, Lagos, sending your messages through WhatsApp to 0809 444 0981. That is 0809 444 0981. If Twitter is your thing, well, tweet at us at Smooth981FM. Use that hashtag LockerRoom981 so we can get your messages. We'll start with this first story, talking football. Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang have again made the shortlist for the Confederation of African Football CAF Player of the Year award. The second year running for the trio. They both battled it out for the prestigious prize. Now, Salah claimed the honor last year and will be favourite again, following another successful first half of the season for Liverpool. The winner will be announced at an award ceremony in Dakar, Senegal, on the 8th of January.
Okay, well, let's just hand it to Salah. He's won it. There's no need. The guy, well, he wasn't the highest goal scorer in Europe, but he came close. And then he got with. Well, he took Liverpool, or he got to the finals of the UEFA Champions League with Liverpool. Liverpool was very solid in the EPL last season, and part of the reason was their high flying scorer Mo Salah. So it's looking again like it would be him. Sadio Mane is on the same team, but I mean he pales in comparison to Salah. And then Aubameyang is always in here for his goals alone, but he didn't really do much, especially with Arsenal when he made the move to Arsenal last season. So it come Tuesday, I think Salah should easily and convincingly win this one. No arguments.
This one is based on overall performance.
Yes, but these three are definitely the ones making the waves for Africa in the world. So good final three, but ultimately Salah winning it. Yes.
Yeah, so that's Tega's verdict. Well, let us know who you think would win. Send us messages to WhatsApp 0809 444 0981. Is it Salah, Mohamed Salah? Is it Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, or is it Sadio Mane? Let us know. The next story is about tennis, and we've waited for this. Well, Roger Federer, Switzerland, beat Serena Williams, USA, as the two tennis greats met on court for the first time at the Hopman Cup in Perth, Australia. Federer and Belinda Bencic beat Williams and Frances Tiafoe 4-2, 4-3, 5-3 in mixed doubles contest to secure a 2-1 win in the round-robin tie. It was great fun, said Federer. I really enjoyed playing against Serena. What an honor. Oh, I was nervous returning because people talk about her serve so much. I know why they say it now. She has a wonderful serve. She's a great champion. You see how focused she is, and I love that about her. It was a great experience. I'm sad it's over. I'm just warming up, is what Williams said. It was so fun to do this at the pinnacle of our careers.
I mean, look, I saw. Let me tell you how good it was. I saw this matchup twice. Once in the morning, once at night for good measure. Just look, it's something that never happens. The two greatest tennis players,
Roger Federer,
ever,
and Serena Williams.
in my opinion. I don't care what Margaret Court says. But in my opinion, these are the two greatest, and they were on the same court at the same time playing against each other. And there were certain times during the rallies in the match that they squared up against each other. So there was always a question of, would Roger be able to ace Federer when he's ace Serena when he's serving, or will Serena be able to ace Roger? Both of them did it to each other.
Yes.
Like it was a fantastic game. There was this.
We could hear a little grunts.
There was a particular time. Serena was one serving. Serena had the best. Again, the weak link was Tiafoe. Serena won her own singles match. Roger won his own singles match, so it was a tie. So the mixed doubles was supposed to be the tiebreaker, and it always was going to be Switzerland that would take it. It was a question of was how were they going to take it. But there was a particular point in time during the rally, Serena's serves as usual were clean. It was Tiafoe's serves that were weak. And during mixed doubles, if you notice, sometimes the guys hit towards the girls' area, because the guys hit a little more with topspin. And the girls are not used to that on the women's tour. So they hit with topspin, and of course they hit the ball harder. It has nothing to do with any movement. It's just muscle. It's biology. So they like to go towards the women. But yesterday I noticed both of them, Switzerland had a plan. Both of them were targeting Frances Tiafoe. Like nobody wanted to mess with Serena. And there was this time that Roger had no choice but to mess with Serena. So he's at the backcourt and Serena serves, and then he returns, and then Serena returns, and then he returns, and then Serena returns, and he was like, I can't do this. He just sent it to Francis' side, and Francis, of course, hit it into the net. It was like, I'm not going with you. Let me just go with the weaker link. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
I'm telling you. And so it was fun. They even talking to each other. They had fun. And then, of course, I could tell the Americans were gossiping and the Swedes were strategizing. You could tell from the way that the banter was on both sides. But at the end of the day, we got to see what we wanted to see, which was Serena against Roger Federer. Roger Federer now knows that if he's ever plays against Serena, it will be a hint of what he does against Nadal.
That's right.
Yeah, that's how we did look.
That was the feeling
when they had that. But it was beautiful, and it's so sad. I don't think we'll ever see this again, but I'm glad that we did see this.
It was really nice.
Both of them were very happy to give it to us because, I mean, it was a sold-out stadium. Nobody was leaving.
Imagine that.
Nobody was leaving. But I hope if Roger can add women's tennis to the Laver Cup, that's another time we will most likely see this kind of matchup again. Otherwise, no, nothing.
Interesting, Lagos. Thank you so very much for that, Tega. Let's move on to this boxing. So, Japanese kickboxer Tenshin Nasukawa said he underestimated Floyd Mayweather, but that he had concerns before the defeat in an exhibition boxing match on Monday. American former five-time heavyweight or lightweight champion Mayweather, who's 41 years old, needed only 140 seconds to beat Nasukawa in Tokyo. Nasukawa, who's 20 years old, was knocked down 3 times and ended the fight in tears. So Nasukawa said, the days since the fight was confirmed have been enjoyable, but with concerns. And he wrote on Instagram, I am disappointed at myself since I thought I could have done better.
Well, first of all, I won't blame you too much. There's no need to cry. This was, if you didn't go into this fight to make money, then you went in for the wrong reasons. I think it's ridiculous expecting. I know that Floyd Mayweather is older, so but I think it's ridiculous that you expect a kickboxer to win a boxer at a boxing match. It's just.
Why is it ridiculous?
It's ridiculous.
They strengthen their arms.
It's like
they prepare for boxing as much as.
It's not. It's kickboxing. They use everything
in tactical terms.
So you cannot tactical or physically. You cannot get into a ring as a kickboxer to fight a boxing match with a boxer and expect to win. It's like putting Roger on the court with maybe Neymar and saying because Neymar is 21 he should be able to beat Roger in tennis.
No, it won't be up to 140 seconds.
It will be done. Yeah, it'll be done in a minute. Do you understand what it is?
Yes.
So that's what it is. So he's a kickboxer and he's great and he's young. So his movement is fine, but because he can't use all his skills as a kickboxer, so he's not fighting kickboxing against a boxer. Exactly. So it's not the same thing as a boxer who has gone the rounds, was undefeated in his career.
Upper body is stronger.
Look, his footwork is better, his upper body is stronger, because with kickboxing, yes, they say, I would say, and someone say his footwork is better, it's kickboxing. Let me tell you why it is better. Because there's a difference between balance, when you're balanced and standing on 2 feet,
and when you're jumping
and
around.
when you're jumping around, there's a difference. so trust me, it was a no-brainer that Floyd Mayweather was going to win. The question was how much entertainment were they going to be able to deliver, because this was simply about making money.
What was he even thinking when he
don't mind him, he thought he was going to fight a little bit. He's not crying. My friend, can sit down and count your money, Johnny.
Sit down, we will. We shall be back, Lagos, after this break.
Let's check. That's so much. Kind of pretty
What
chair
makes a
is it?
business thrive?
So pretty.
Is it constant power supply, a stable economy,
It was crying. Stupid.
favorable government policies?
My friend, once I look at my account balance, I'll be alright.
I was confused here. Is it
What
five?
about loyal employees
five
that will go
weights
the
world
extra
champion?
mile for you?
It's 5
That's why you need
welterweight.
to get
It's not
yourself
heavyweight.
covered with
It's not
group life insurance.
heavyweight. Floyd Mayweather.
Group
That's
life
how good
Getting
it is.
heavyweight.
insurance policy.
Floyd Mayweather that like killing. I say heavyweight.
With group life insurance, your employees can focus better on their job.
He won feather. He went from lightweight to featherweight. He was the guy that they cheated at the Olympics. Everybody knew that he won. Everybody but the judges. Like even the fighter that he beat knew that he lost.
NIA and all the insurance companies in Nigeria.
So we'll come with the messages.
Lagos to me is not just a place, it's
How long is this one?
No, let's just read the messages after.
My name is Freddy Ladi Adimefe. I write and I also curate creativity.
Excuse me.
Lagos to me is that beautiful place where you love everything about it. There is no solitude, but you can experience one in a crowd. My Lagos is that paradox of poverty and plenty lying side by side. And my Lagos is
Mics
also
are
a
up.
patient old man
Studios live.
saying, yep.
And that is the energy we bring to the show when we talk sports inside of the locker room. You're listening to Smooth 98.1. And of course, my name is Valentine and I'm joined by Tega, who's our sports pundit in the studio and sharing our sporting stories and analyzing it all. From Chimobi Victor from Alaba International on WhatsApp, he said, no brainer at all. Mo Salah and Asisa Toshola to win the best player in Africa, respectively, based on their performance both for club and country. Tega will also agree with me. Happy New Year to you all.
Happy New Year.
We'll leave it at that. Nathan Njoko from Kirikiri Town said, Mo Salah will win it again, no contest. Guardiola and his boys playing mind games against Klopp and his boys. Tomorrow we'll judge. Tottenham seem to be tiring out. Saw them against Wolves and against Cardiff yesterday. They looked tired, especially in the second half. A determined team can get something off them. Thank you very much, Nathan. And we'll have this other message here from Lukman from Ijabode. He says, Happy New Year to you. 2018 was massive, listening to Locker Room and looking forward to a better 2019. And I wish Manchester United another 3 points this evening, but clean sheet is important here. Okay. And JJ from Mushin said, Happy New Year, Locker Room Chai. I missed that match between Serena and Roja. Tega, the way you described it, it seems like a must-see movie for the year 2019. And it's here already. Thank you, Tega. Jim Van P from Lekki said, Happy New Year, guys. Salah deserves to be crowned African best against everybody else. He had an amazing 2018. Also, there was nothing sweeter than watching Federer and Serena play on the same court. That's true. And Biggie from K2 said, we've done very well in view of everyone in yesterday's match. I meant the Gunners. If you ask me who will win the beautiful prize, it will be Aubameyang. You're right, Tega. That's what someone was arguing with me on when Floyd Mayweather and McGregor fought. I knew that Floyd was going to destroy him because within Mark, while fighting, he would want to use his own body as a weapon. I love Serena Rogers' match. In one word, it was epic. Thank you very much. Please send in your messages to Twitter. Use that hashtag LockerRoom981. Let's go to this next story. Unai Emery played down a negative reaction from some Arsenal supporters after his decision to replace Alexandre Lacazette in a win against Fulham when they were met with jeers. Now, when the met Fulham, he made this comment. He says, I understand the supporters. Tactically, we thought in that moment that we needed to change for more balance. Above all, we know that Michael is coming on and needs a player close to him, not to let him play easily with the ball. Aaron Ramsey, on the other hand, can do that and also help us in attack, and he scored. The reason is this: I need to do my work, and not maybe because every supporter can have a different opinion tactically, but I need to do my work. Lacazette does his work, and he scored also. He helped us, and it was a very positive reaction.
So first question. So you know that Aaron Ramsey can help you bring balance, but you want to sell him? Okay. Okay.
Something to
Don't
consider.
want to tell him he's even going on free transfer. I don't even know why I keep saying sell, like they're making any profit. But here's what it is. Here's why the supporters was going. Remember when I said against Liverpool he came with the wrong setup. Yesterday he came with against Fulham with Aubameyang and Lacazette, which is where I thought he should have started the Liverpool game. I think I'd choose everybody he started yesterday, apart from playing all 4 defenders in the back and putting Kolasinac up, because Kolasinac, you know, he kind of has one brain. So if you tell him to attack, don't expect that he will defend. And if you tell him to defend, don't expect that he just send him one errand. He cannot multitask, because I mean, if you saw when he switched roles, he was the guy that was giving Fulham easy access to get goals against Arsenal. But Leno did his job once or twice, and then Fulham got 1 goal back off again, Kamara off his side. But apart from playing that 4, I think what the starting 11 he chose is what I would have had against Liverpool, to give them a better chance, because they are always going to concede. Their defense has no hope for now. They're always going to concede, so they just be positive, go out there and try to get some goals. And it was a good thing they got back into winning, but the fans are getting irritated. They see Lacazette put in the work. He's running deep into the midfield to help get the ball. He's up front helping to play off of Aubameyang, and they see that work ethic and they see results, and then the first person that you think of substituting is Lacazette. Everybody's looking at you like, dude,
Do you know
there are other players on the pitch you could have swapped, not Lacazette. So that's why they were going. The frustration was getting too much, and I think a lot of them also expected that Lacazette would have started against Liverpool. So they made their desires known, but Lacazette, being in good spirit, started to applaud, and then the Arsenal fans had to applaud, to change change the atmosphere. And I mean, even when Aubameyang scored, Lacazette, there's a handshake that they have, and so both of them will shake each other's hands and then bow to each other. Lacazette came off the bench to celebrate with Aubameyang, so he's a good sport. And people, when you are a good player, a good teammate, people just always want to fight your fight, whether there's a fight to fight or not.
Exactly.
But I think he's getting the message. I think Unai Emery is getting the message that this is a fan favorite. So except we can see the tactics you're trying to put.
Otherwise,
just
leave him there.
Just leave him there. But he's right. He has to do the job he has to do, because when Ramsey did come on, they had a bit more balance in the midfield, which helped their defense. And then Ramsey did the important thing, which was score a goal, an important goal to give them a cushion. You can't argue with that.
Okay. So Manchester United caretaker boss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer believes that he can get the best out of misfiring Alexis Sanchez. He said, in his words, I think he's a player that will benefit from the interchanging, the rotation, the movement, Solskjaer said. The more chances you create, the more times you get the ball into the final third, you'll be an asset for us. I think he's looking forward to it. He scored quite a few nice goals in training on Saturday, so that would be encouraging. That was encouraging, he said. He'll be involved against Newcastle. He wants to play all the time. He's one of those characters. He put himself available, but it was a few days too early for him. He's not had enough fitness or whatever, but he's champion at the bit. He said.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think interesting. I think the first thing Solskjaer should tell Sanchez is pass the ball. That's just tell him to pass the ball, whatever he does, because if he doesn't pass the ball, you'll be as frustrated as a lot of his Barcelona teammates were. But he's right. Sanchez is going to be an addition when he does come back in, especially with the fluid football that Manchester United is playing so far. Today will be a good game against Newcastle, with Benitez looking at Manchester United and saying that team looks good enough to make top 4. So they're expecting that we will be defeated, but we'll try our best. But Newcastle again is that team that sometimes they turn up and frustrate you, and sometimes they just roll over and take a serious whooping. I don't know which Newcastle is going to show up today. I'm hoping to see a good game, but this is also a good game for Sanchez to kind of slide back in. It's one of those teams that you can get results against. It's one of those teams you can have joy against, and especially because the team spirit is good now. Everybody's happy, everybody's smiling, everybody's putting in an extra effort, taking that extra step. I think Sanchez will would, I mean, it's a good way for him to come back into the team after months out with injury. So yeah, Solskjaer is having the time of his life. Players are coming back from injury.
Yes.
And then he's getting the results.
What's a way to say Happy New Year to him?
Yeah, we're waiting for the tough games.
Hussein Adian sends us a message on Twitter. Remember to use that hashtag LockerRoom981. Hussein says, hopefully a Nigerian player makes the cut in the next edition. He's talking about the CAF awards, Player of the Year awards. He says, tipping Salah to win the African Player of the Year crown. He also adds, wishing Chelsea the best of luck and hoping Newcastle United stop Manchester United. Let's look forward to that. Nathan Njoku sends in a message as well on Twitter. He says, even if we lose to City, we will still be 4 points clear at the top. But sorry, we're not losing tomorrow. My boys are on fire and mentally we are super strong these days. Fulham played like a team that was scared, showed too much respect for Arsenal. Do you agree, Tega? Okay. Moving on now to this next story. Maurizio Sarri, that's a Chelsea boss, has told Callum Hudson-Odoi that he has the potential to be one of Europe's best players. Sarri said that Hudson-Odoi, is a very good player. The potential is there, but for becoming a great player, and now he has to improve. He has to improve, I think, in movement without the ball. As a winger, he has to improve in the defensive phase, but he has the potential to become a very important player, not only for English football, I think for European football as a whole.
Yes, he's right. Some things with young players is that movement of the ball. They don't know what to do where they don't have possession of the ball. Sometimes it's just getting in, watching the play, following the play and getting into the right position so you're available in case somebody needs to make a pass. So those things he can learn. He's still young. But the reason why Odoi is getting looked in is because of all the injuries that Chelsea have right now. But the good news is Chelsea would host Southampton today.
Yes.
And Southampton have not been in the best of forms. They also can stun you once in a while, but again, they're having their own problems trying to get results. So Chelsea will look at that and say, okay, maybe we can survive with this struggling team. But Chelsea, with all the injuries they have, looking for forward to play. Morata that is not clicking very well. Sarri is looking to promote some of those younger guys. And Odoi, I mean, with Odoi's pace and his strength, Sarri is saying, look, you can get this opportunity, but we're going to have to teach you one or two things that will be able to help us in future.
Improve the chances,
so one man's bad luck is another man's good luck.
Exactly.
The injuries that have come to
take advantage of
to Chelsea team have opened up a chance for this Odoi guy.
Wow.
So use it.
Now we're calling his name.
Yeah, now we're calling his name. We didn't even know him
It's becoming relevant.
last season.
Wow. Phil sent us a message on WhatsApp. Phil says that Terina's partner was a liability. How I wish players could be free to pick partners, probably in another kind of tournament. I'm just patiently waiting for tomorrow's match. I have my popcorn and drink ready. Happy New Year, guys.
Tiafoe is a great guy.
He's a great guy. He's got
Trust
good
me.
charisma as well.
Yeah.
And then we have this message from Tohib. He says, hi, Smooth FM, the first locker room of the year 2019. Wow, that was massive. Well, she's well done. Looking forward to hearing her voice. Thank you very much. I think Arsenal did not prepare well for the game against Liverpool, but they've learned their lesson and rectified their mistake against Fulham. I guess rectify they shall. Agumbiade, real one, from sent in a message on WhatsApp. It says, Mo Salah deserves the Africa best. Oshola does not deserve it. Cameroon forward, does not. He deserves to make. He deserves to make top 3. Give the coach of the year to Ellis. Okay, interesting. Let's move on to this other one. Bash from Yaba said, Tega, is Emery having problems with Ozil, who's paid 350k per week, but no media pressure on him on that? Jose don't suffer for this world. Chai, Newcastle to beat Red Devils and expose and end the diet Red Devil is high on. Bash,
you can't be using that particular word.
Else blocked. We're going to take a break here, Lagos. We're still talking sports inside of the locker room. Keep it here. You're listening to Smooth 98.1.
Simple rules for driving safely.
You keep saying that. We are never going to read that word.
The highway code has rules about warning signals. When you come into expressways which have flashing amber or yellow light signals, the lights are warning you of danger ahead. Driving
it's chesty, it's chesty, it's chesty, big T, it's chesty. Call the police.
We at ShopRite would like to thank you for your continued support. We wish you a very happy new year and prosperous 2019. ShopRite, low prices you can trust always.
Hello. I want your frank opinion about something. After a hard day's work, it's normal for you to take out a few minutes or hours to kick back, relax, and recharge yourself for your next adventure. But should your money be doing the same thing? Relaxing? It's totally unacceptable for your money or mine not to work. Money should work for you day or night and all the days of the year. So if you have some money just laying around, put it in the iInvest app and let it make you more money.
Keep your money working for you easily by investing in treasury bills with the iInvest mobile app. Just download the iInvest app now from the Google or Apple stores and start investing.
Powered by Sterling Bank.
No.
If I had never heard of you, I would not know that you were a fighter. There's no cauliflower ears. I don't see a scar on the face.
Well, I would say a great fighter would have to be born.
But would you like to be president?
No, sir. Too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
Black men have been males now. One might be the president.
Brothers in too much trouble. I don't want that job now.
Well, I worry more about airplanes than I do boxing.
I never worry about the fight. I worry about the flight. And I can't find nothing around to last over 8 rounds with. I don't care where they have to fight. I'll fight him in a phone booth. I was really born to box, a fighter.
Who knocks out everybody and no one can whoop him. That's when that little Cassius Clay came
Wow.
on stop Sonny Liston, the man who annihilated Floyd Patterson twice. He was going to kill me. And I'm better now than I was. I'm experienced now. I have wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed lightning, thunder.
Muhammad Ali, and we are back here. It's the locker room is on Smooth 98.1. You got Tega Supreme on Twitter here, giving you detailed analysis on the sporting stories. Let's go talk about Raheem Sterling. He has issued a warning to former club Liverpool ahead of Thursday night by insisting that Manchester City can beat anyone. In his words, Sterling says, "If we can play the way we know we can play, we can beat anyone." It's going to be a great game on the Thursday, and we're all looking forward to it. We had 2 poor games, and we knew we needed to win to give ourselves a chance, and we did just that. Our previous 2 results were difficult to take, and I thought we bounced back brilliantly. I think we owed it to ourselves and as a team to bring that level we know we can bring. Wow,
Yeah, but
bragging.
You know, he says that, and then I remember even the last match they won, how sometimes their defense was a little bit shaky. So there's still that nervousness that this team will score, even when especially when they score first. They have, and that's when they become nervous, and that's when they start making mistakes. And so you're looking at a team like Liverpool that have Arsenal on every side. You stop Firmino, Salah is there. You try to stop Salah, Sané is there. You try to stop. Look, everybody's scoring and at every point in time. So once you start getting nervous and you start making those mistakes, Liverpool is a team that would take advantage of it. And then Liverpool is not a team that will just sit down and wait for you to make mistakes for them to capitalize. They also create their chances. So it's a tough one. But he's right. If they play the way that City plays sometimes and excellently on their sharpest form, not giving away much, they could win this, and they know they need to win it, because if they lose it, they're 10 points, they're back to 10 points behind Liverpool, and it's really an uphill task, because now the fate is in other people's hands, and they're waiting for those people to beat Liverpool so they can come back, and they don't want to do that kind of damage to their psychology in the title race. So at this particular point in time, I think that's not just talking about what they can do, it's also trying to tell the team that, look, guys,
you know what this is about. Let's
do this for posterity. Let's just try and win.
Before all the dragon just hangs in the air.
Exactly.
We thought. So let's round up with this message on the WhatsApp from Big T. Big T says, "Happy New Year, Smooth FM. EPL, Manchester City stumbled and gave up their lead. Liverpool has finally gotten to the top. Don't think they would let it go easily after over 18 years of not winning the EPL. So I got to pronounce our name well. It's Chelsea.
It's Chelsea, Big T. It's Chelsea. Call the police. Chelsea.
It actually rhymes with Big T. Thank you so much, Tega. You can find Tega up on Twitter at Tega Supreme. Or if you want to, get up to date with what's happening with the ladies in sports, well, check out at LIS International. Lagos coming up next at top of the hour, 9 o'clock. We get to talk. And that number is open right now. The number to call at 9 o'clock is 0144899981. Let's go into detailed discussion on this story. Government begins mandatory use of NIN, that's National Identification Number, in provision of services. It's from Guardian. All right, and that's in time for Lagos Talks 91.
Free both you.
Thank you.